Since I was a little boy, I have been a big fan of Freek Vonk, who is a famous biologist in my country. I grew up watching his show, Freek's Wilde Wereld, which is probably a show only my Dutch viewers know, probably. But yeah, it's like a show where he goes to all kinds of countries. He visits a lot of countries and just finds the coolest animals there, coolest creatures. That is kind of an inspiration for this video and maybe for this series, if you guys like it. Because I am going to visit all kind of nature areas and find some cool stuff. Do I have to find cool stuff? Today I am spending kind of the whole day on the Strubben-Kniphorstbosch here in Drenthe, the Netherlands. Yeah, I'm spending quite a few hours here. And what I'm going to do for you guys is find some all kinds of, if I find cool animals, cool interesting plants or something, I'm going to show it to you behind the screen and tell you some interesting facts about it. So I'm going to do my best, find some cool stuff, and join me on this adventure. And leave a like if you like this. Let's find some cool creatures. Okay, so I found something very cool. Look at this. There's like a whole group of wood ants walking over this piece of sand. There's probably a nest nearby. You can see on these wood ants that they are very social animals, that they work in groups. I don't really know that much about ants, but it's already cool to see these walk in such large numbers. Okay, so I found another cool animal. Some people might think this is a scary one because there are a lot of people who don't like these animals. But this is the orb weaver. It has a large web which it uses to catch flies, catch food. These cross orb weavers are even cannibalistic during times of sexual activity. Interesting. But I'm not going to destroy your web, buddy. See you later. If I just walk away from this camera, you can't just convince me or tell me that this isn't a beautiful piece of nature. This is the definition of peace. This is where you can find peace. This is peace. Look at the amazing scenery. Look at the sun shining upon it. Isn't it great? And there's all kinds of life to be found here. I love this so much. It is absolutely awesome. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it in the distance, but right there you can see cows. Cows are not dangerous in the sense of they will not eat you, but I don't want to interrupt them in their grazing. They're just grazing in all peace right there, so that's why I'm just talking a little bit in a softer voice right now. I have to go that way, so I have to walk past them, but I'm going to do that very, very calmly. I don't want to come over as a threat, I just want to let them be, so that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so I walked past them. One of them did look at me, but I think he knows that I'm not a threat. If you go outside for several hours in the shining sun and hot temperatures, you might prepare a thing or two. For example, sunscreen, that's very important because you don't want to get sunburn. Fruit for the vitamins. For me, it's oftentimes bananas because I love bananas, favorite fruit. You might take some bread with you because when you go out during lunchtime, bread is just the best thing to eat. More fruit, obviously water, that's the most important thing to take with you because you want to stay hydrated, because otherwise I don't think that will work out. But also just even more drinks, because more drinks is better than too less. I also happen to have this in my bag, which is just, if I just somehow fall or start bleeding, I have this to save me. So now I've gone through all of that stuff. Banana time. Can't believe that I forgot one of the most important things. My bar. I love open fields. I love wide open fields that just give you a great far distant view of what nature is all about. But I also love, what a great shot by the way, look at the sun, probably can't even see my face. But I also love dense forest because it just gives you a great feeling. No one can see you except if they're walking past you. You can just be one with nature, you know? It's a great feeling. And there's at least as much life than where I just was. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this is an anthill. Look at how big this is. An uncountable amount of ants walking up and walking down the hill. It's incredibly fascinating to look at. Okay, so I found another very cool little animal. Look at this. It's quite fast. This is the woodland door beetle. It's a very common beetle here in Europe, but it doesn't make it less fascinating. I love to see these crawl around forests, all kinds of areas, literally, and it's just so cute to see. You see them a lot here, and they feed on like poop or droppings of other animals, so that's why you can see them walk sometimes with like bits of poop of a cow, for example. So very cool. Currently walking in a random direction, no idea where I'm going to end up. People gotta eat. Alright, so what I'm going to show you now is too vibe to let go. I have to get this on camera, so look behind me. Look. Like, There's like one path going through all of these trees. Like, and this side is different from that side. Its top is green. The vibe is real though. Okay, so I teleported to Het Eversbos, which is another forest, but still very close to the one I was this morning. I am going back there, by the way. I'm going to walk back there. But yeah, I'm still in a forest, so I can still show you guys some cool stuff. So stay with me. Alright, so survival means obstacles, but we're going around it. Okay, this, what you see right here, is a birch polypore. If I pronounce it correctly, it's a fungus. Now, here you can see better pictures of it. I'm not really an expert in this area, but I do know that these are very interesting. This is just a branch lying on the ground. In the meanwhile, I have to be careful for mosquitoes. But these just grow on the branch. So it's it looks like a bench on a branch, you know? If I was small, if it was like a gnome or something, I could have just sit on there as like a bench. But if I do that right now, I will destroy it, so I'll let it be and continue walking. Another very cool thing about mosquitoes Dude, these mosquitoes just keep attacking me, bro, on my nose. But another cool thing about the Dutch province Drenthe is the fact that they have a lot of dolmens, or as the Dutch say it, hunebedden. I'm not an enthusiast, so to speak, not really, but I do know that although there is not really clear evidence of it, they use these dolmens, or hunebedden, as a place to bury people. So it's kind of a burial place. But you can find these closer to the city, or you can find these closer to villages, towns. But you can also just find these dolmens in the middle of a forest, as I did. Very fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm walking through paradise right now. No way. Man, look at this. It's also just silent, peace. So that was like a botanical garden. It was absolutely amazing. I didn't expect to see that here. Wow. Okay, so this may not be a nice view for those with a weak stomach. But look what I find here. It's just an ant carrying like half of a, what is it? A grasshopper with it. So that really shows how strong these animals are. Ants are like the strongest, or one of the strongest animals on this earth. But this ant is just carrying like a nice snack with it or something. Absolutely crazy to see, and also very fascinating. And imagine, this ant is alone right now, but normally they're in a large colony just working together. So just think about that, and then you will know how dangerous they are for prey. Fascinating. Okay, so right now I found a great example of an animal enjoying their meal. Look, these beetles just enjoying their meal, or at least looking for it. Bon appetit. I'm just trying to enjoy this piece of nature, but there are mosquitoes chasing me all the time. It itches my legs, my right arm. So I'm now just walking in a fast pace. I want to get away from this, because other than the mosquitoes, I love it, but the mosquitoes just make it worse. Like a lot. So I'm going to go back where I came from, because there's a path. Alright, so I'm trying to show you something. Guys, it's a squirrel. I don't want to chase it away. In the meanwhile, I'm getting stung by like 10 mosquitoes or something. They're all on my leg, but it's worth it. I think I lost a squirrel, but that was amazing. So I was just walking here on my own, like all of a sudden I heard something above me. So I looked above me in a tree, and all of a sudden I saw a squirrel just being there, sitting there on the branch. That was absolutely amazing. I haven't seen that many squirrels in my life before, so it was amazing, incredibly awesome. Bro, those mosquitoes though. People, I'm so confused by this area, because this looks like a path. I just came from there. Here it's just water and stuff. Like what am I supposed to do here? I'm just going to walk back then, I guess. You might ask, Jonazzz, doesn't it get boring where you spend an entire day in areas like this in nature? Well, sometimes it gets annoying or boring, because 15 minutes ago there was like a group of mosquitoes just attacking me, doing a surprise attack. So I was like itching the whole way through out of the forest. But now I'm here again. I'm in another kind of place. I'm not going to sit here for too long because it's kind of hot, but I'm going to eat something first. But yeah, sometimes it can get annoying with mosquitoes or something. But in the end, you gotta realize where you are, because I am in nature. And if someone asks me, do you want to spend the whole day, the entire day, in the city center buying clothes, or do you want to go into nature, go into the wild and do a long distance walk? For me, that's not a difficult question, because I would choose the latter all the time. Nature is the place where I can get the most peace, where I can just come to my senses, think about things and relax. Okay, so I love this so much. How green this is. The moss. I really love this. This is just pure vibe. Let's just take a moment to breathe, be quiet, because that's what this is all about. That's what nature is all about. Isn't it just great to look at everything that happens around you, just see all kinds of life forms, be quiet for a minute and just, because this is so far away from the world of stress, world of busyness, world of chaos. Here's just, nothing of that is here where I am right now. So another reminder why I love nature, paths like this. Beautiful. Okay, so that's kind of it for today's video. I hope you liked it. If you like it, click the like button, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. And any feedback I would like to see in the comment section. Feedback is always appreciated. See you next time. And let me know if you would like to see more of these kinds of videos where I walk in nature and show you some cool stuff.